The Dick Van Dyke Show, a beloved classic from 1961 to 1966, brought laughter to millions, but behind the scenes, many of its cast members faced tragic and untimely deaths. From the untold stories of their struggles with personal demons to the heartbreaking moments that led to their untimely passing, this article uncovers the hidden sorrows that shadowed their on-screen success. Dive into the fates of the 28 cast members, and discover how fame couldn't shield them from life's most profound tragedies. Richard Deacon was born on May 14, 1922, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and became well known for his portrayal of Mel Cooley, the balding, bespectacled producer in The Dick Van Dyke Show. Deacon's formative years were spent honing his craft at Bennington College and Ithaca College, where he developed a passion for acting. His breakthrough role on the show highlighted his knack for embodying pompous yet lovable characters, earning him recognition in the industry. However, Deacon faced the harsh reality of typecasting, which limited the diversity of roles offered to him. He remained unmarried throughout his life and had no children. Tragically, his later years were marked by health struggles, particularly his battle with hypertensive heart disease. Richard Deacon passed away on August 8, 1984, at the age of 62, due to this condition. His contributions to classic television remain cherished, particularly for his role on one of the most beloved sitcoms of all time. And Morgan Guilbert was born on October 16, 1928, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and is best remembered for her role as Millie Helper, the nosy yet endearing neighbor on The Dick Van Dyke Show. Her journey began at Stanford University, where she immersed herself in theater arts, preparing her for a lifetime of performance. Gilbert's portrayal of Millie showcased her unique ability to blend humor and warmth, earning her a special place in the hearts of viewers. She married George Eckstein, with whom she had 2 daughters, Nora and Hallie, but later divorced. Anne's second marriage to Guy Raymond was also cut short by tragedy when he passed away in 1997. In her later years, she faced the painful battle against cancer. And Morgan Guilbert died on June 14, 2016, at the age of 87, due to complications from cancer. Her legacy is celebrated through her extensive television work, characterized by her distinctive charm and ability to connect with audiences. Rose Marie, born on August 15, 1923, in New York City, began her career as Baby Rose Marie, a child star with a powerful voice, captivating audiences from the age of 3. She portrayed the quick-witted, comedic writer Sally Rogers in The Dick Van Dyke Show. Despite her success on screen, Rose Marie's personal life was not without its sorrows. She married Bobby Guy, a trumpeter, in 1946, and together they had 1 daughter, Georgiana. Their happiness was shattered when Bobby died unexpectedly in 1964, leaving Rose Marie devastated. She never remarried, devoting herself to her career and her daughter. Later in life, she battled numerous health issues, including debilitating arthritis. Despite these hardships, she remained active in show business for over 9 decades. Rose Marie passed away on December 28, 2017, at the age of 94, from natural causes. Her resilience and humor left an indelible mark on television history. Morey Amsterdam was born on December 14, 1908, in Chicago, Illinois, and became known for his quick wit and endless supply of jokes as Buddy Sorrell, the wisecracking writer in The Dick Van Dyke Show. His early years saw him working in vaudeville and writing jokes for notorious mobsters, including Al Capone, a dangerous occupation that led to his involvement in a speakeasy shootout. Morey married twice, first to Mabel Todd and later to Kay Patrick, and he had 2 children, Kathy and Gregory. His marriage to Kay brought him stability, but the specter of illness haunted him. Amsterdam struggled with heart disease for much of his later life, enduring several heart attacks. Despite his health problems, he continued performing until his death. Morey Amsterdam passed away on October 27, 1996, at the age of 87, after suffering a heart attack. His career, spanning multiple genres of entertainment, is remembered fondly by fans of television's golden era. Mary Tyler Moore, born on December 29, 1936, in Brooklyn, New York, became a cultural icon through her role as Laura Petrie, the graceful and stylish wife of Rob Petrie in The Dick Van Dyke Show. Behind her charming on-screen presence, Moore's life was marked by deep personal struggles. Her childhood in Los Angeles was tumultuous, with her mother battling alcoholism and her family often fractured. After attending Immaculate Heart High School, she pursued dance, only to later find her true calling in acting. Moore married 3 times, to Richard Meeker, with whom she had one son, Richie, who tragically died in a gun accident in 1980, to television executive Grant Tinker, and finally to Dr. Robert Levine. Her battle with type 1 diabetes, diagnosed when she was 33, was a constant challenge, contributing to her health issues later in life. Mary Tyler Moore passed away on January 25, 2017, at the age of 80, from cardiopulmonary arrest. Her legacy as a pioneer for women in television endures, alongside her tireless advocacy for diabetes research. Jerry Paris was born on July 25, 1925, in San Francisco, California, and is best known for his role as Jerry Helper, the affable dentist and neighbor in The Dick Van Dyke Show. His early life was marked by service in the U.S. Navy during World War II, followed by his studies at New York University and UCLA, where he refined his talents in acting and directing. Paris excelled not only as an actor but also transitioned successfully into directing, with notable achievements on Happy Days. He married Ruth Benjamin in 1954, and together they welcomed 3 children, Tony, Julie, and Andy. However, tragedy struck when Ruth passed away in 1980, leaving Jerry heartbroken. His own health issues escalated when he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, leading to a difficult battle. Jerry Paris passed away on March 31, 1986, at the age of 60, due to complications related to his brain tumor. His legacy continues to resonate through his influential contributions to television, both in front of and behind the camera. Carl Reiner was born on March 20, 1922, in the Bronx, New York. He portrayed Alan Brady, the egotistical and demanding TV show host, in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 1966. Growing up in a Jewish immigrant family, Reiner was heavily influenced by the struggles of his parents, which instilled a sense of resilience in him. He attended the School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University, though he left to pursue a career in entertainment. His crowning achievement came with the creation of The Dick Van Dyke Show, which not only garnered critical acclaim but also paved the way for future sitcoms. He married Estelle Laboste in 1943, and their union produced 3 children, Rob, Annie, and Lucas. Reiner faced significant challenges, including his service in World War II, which left deep emotional scars. The tragic loss of his beloved wife in 2008 added to his burdens. Carl Reiner passed away on June 29, 2020, at the age of 98, due to natural causes. He left behind a rich legacy in comedy that continues to inspire. Johnny Silver was born on April 16, 1918, in East Chicago, Indiana. He played the waiter in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1963 to 1966. From a young age, Silver was immersed in the performing arts, showcasing his singing and acting talents in local productions. He attended LA City College, where he formed significant connections with other aspiring artists, including John Raitt. Silver's big break came when he starred as Benny Southstreet in the Broadway musical Guys and Dolls, solidifying his status as a talented performer. In 1954, he married Gloria Manos, and they welcomed 2 daughters, Stephanie and Jenny. His life was not without hardship. He served in World War II, which left him grappling with PTSD. The heart-wrenching loss of his wife in 1993 further shaped his later years. Johnny Silver passed away on February 1, 2003, at the age of 84, due to heart and kidney failure. His contributions to film and television remain celebrated, particularly for his distinctive voice and memorable character roles. Allan Melvin was born on February 18, 1923, in Kansas City, Missouri. He portrayed Sam Pomerantz in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 1966. Melvin's early life was marked by his family's move to New York City, where he discovered his passion for acting and attended Columbia University. He became a familiar face on television with recurring roles in beloved shows like The Phil Silvers Show and The Brady Bunch. In 1944, he married Amalia Faustina Sestero, and together they had 2 children. Melvin's journey, however, was fraught with difficulties. He often struggled against typecasting, which hindered his career prospects. His later years were marked by a devastating battle with cancer, a fight that would eventually claim his life. Allan Melvin passed away on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84, due to cancer. His legacy lives on through his versatile performances and contributions to both live-action and animated series, resonating with fans across generations. Amzie Strickland was born on January 10, 1919, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She portrayed Aunt Mildred in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1963 to 1966. Strickland's early life was characterized by a fervent passion for acting, which led her to begin her career in radio during the golden age of broadcasting. After attending the University of Oklahoma, she moved to New York City to fully immerse herself in the world of acting. Strickland's career spanned decades, with over 650 television appearances, including memorable roles in The Twilight Zone and ER. In 1946, she married Frank Behrens, and they welcomed one son, Tim. However, tragedy struck when she lost her husband in 1986, which deeply affected her. Later, she faced the heartbreaking challenge of battling Alzheimer's disease. Amzie Strickland passed away on July 5, 2006, at the age of 87, due to complications related to Alzheimer's. Her remarkable legacy lives on through her extensive contributions to both radio and television, showcasing her immense talent and dedication to the performing arts. Herbie Faye was born on February 2, 1899, in New York City. He played Willie in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Faye's formative years were spent honing his comedic talents in vaudeville, a platform that allowed him to develop a unique style. He later made the transition to Broadway, featuring in productions such as Top Banana, where his humor shone. His career peaked with a prominent role as Corporal Sam Fender in The Phil Silvers Show. Faye married Mary Lou, but they did not have any children. His life, however, was not without its difficulties. He faced considerable challenges in securing steady work in Hollywood and struggled with heart disease in his later years. Herbie Faye passed away on June 28, 1980, at the age of 81, due to heart failure. His legacy is celebrated for his impactful contributions to comedy, remembered fondly by audiences for his performances across film and television. Jerry Hausner was born on May 20, 1909, in Cleveland, Ohio. He portrayed Shawlee in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Hausner's early career began in stock theater and vaudeville, where he cultivated his talents before making a name for himself in radio, becoming widely recognized for his distinctive voice work. One of the highlights of his career was playing Ricky Ricardo's agent in the beloved series I Love Lucy. Hausner married Velma McCall, but the couple did not have children. His career took a difficult turn when he had a contentious departure from I Love Lucy, which overshadowed his achievements. Additionally, he faced a long battle with heart failure in his later years. Jerry Hausner passed away on April 1, 1993, at the age of 83, due to heart failure. His contributions to the entertainment industry, particularly in radio and television, left a lasting impact on the classic American sitcom landscape. Ray Kellogg was born on November 12, 1919, in Great Bend, Pennsylvania. He portrayed the captain in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Kellogg's early life was significantly shaped by his service in the U.S. Navy during World War II, where he discovered a passion for acting that would follow him throughout his life. A notable highlight of his career was his portrayal of Deputy Ollie in The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, which showcased his talent in the Western genre. Kellogg married Eileen Wilson, but they did not have children. His life was marked by hardships, including a challenging quest for consistent roles in Hollywood and health issues that plagued him in his later years. Ray Kellogg passed away on September 26, 1981, at the age of 61, due to heart and kidney failure. He is remembered for his versatile performances across film and television, particularly within the westerns. Sandy Kenyon was born on August 5, 1922, in New York City. He played the allergist in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Kenyon's early life included service as a pilot in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II, an experience that shaped his character and determination. After the war, he pursued acting at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, which laid the groundwork for his future career. One of his career highlights was voicing John Arbuckle in the first Garfield special, Here Comes Garfield, showcasing his unique vocal talent. He married but did not have children. His journey was not without difficulties. He often struggled to secure prominent roles and ultimately faced a battle with cancer. Sandy Kenyon passed away on February 20, 2010, at the age of 87, due to cancer. His legacy is enriched by his extensive contributions to television and his distinctive voice work that resonated with audiences. Jerry Van Dyke was born on July 27, 1931, in Danville, Illinois. He portrayed Stacy Petrie, Rob Petrie's brother, in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Growing up in the shadow of his older brother, Dick Van Dyke, Jerry developed an early interest in comedy, performing stand-up while still in high school. His career took off with notable roles, especially as Luther Van Dam on Coach, for which he received 4 Emmy nominations. Van Dyke married twice. His first marriage to Carol Johnson produced 3 children, while his second was to Shawlee and Jones. His life was marked by profound tragedy with the loss of his daughter Kelly to suicide in 1991, which left a deep impact on him. Additionally, he faced health issues following a serious car accident in 2015. Jerry Van Dyke passed away on January 5, 2018, at the age of 86, due to heart failure. His legacy in television comedy is significant, remembered for his humor and versatility in both sitcoms and dramatic roles. Arthur Batanides was born on April 9, 1923, in Tacoma, Washington. He portrayed Arnold in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1963 to 1966. His journey began in a rather unconventional manner. During World War II, Batanides entertained fellow soldiers with stand-up comedy, igniting his passion for acting. He later honed his skills at the Actors Lab in Los Angeles, where he immersed himself in dramatic arts. Despite finding success with notable roles, including Mr. Kirkland in the Police Academy series, he faced the harsh realities of an unstable acting career. Arthur married twice, first to Midge Ware, with whom he had 2 children, Leslie and Jason. His second marriage to Ann Rasmussen brought 2 more children into his life, Anne Charlotte and Nikos. Tragedy struck with his ongoing battle for consistent work and significant health challenges as he aged. Arthur Batanides passed away on January 10, 2000, at the age of 76, due to natural causes. His legacy remains through the colorful and diverse roles he portrayed throughout his career. Dabbs Greer was born on April 2, 1917, in Fairview, Missouri. He played Chaplain Berger in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Greer's passion for acting was evident from an early age, having participated in children's theater productions starting at just 8 years old. He later attended Drury University, where he received a Bachelor of Arts in Drama, furthering his skills and knowledge. Greer found significant acclaim in his role as Reverend Robert Alden in Little House on the Prairie, but he struggled with the constraints of typecasting, often being cast in similar roles throughout his career. Remarkably, Greer never married and had no children, leading a solitary life that was sometimes filled with loneliness. His later years were marked by serious health issues, including kidney and heart ailments. Dabbs Greer passed away on April 28, 2007, at the age of 90, due to kidney and heart failure. His contributions to film and television are cherished, especially his portrayals of trustworthy and moral characters. Bernard Fox was born on May 11, 1927, in Port Talbot, Glamorgan, Wales. He portrayed Mr. Caldwell in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1964 to 1966. Coming from a lineage of performers, Fox's introduction to acting began almost as soon as he could walk, with his first appearance at the tender age of 18 months. He served valiantly in the Royal Navy during both World War II and the Korean War, experiences that influenced his life and career. Although Fox achieved fame as Dr. Bombay in Bewitched, he faced numerous struggles, including significant health issues as he grew older and the devastating loss of his wife, Jacqueline Fox, in 2011. Together, they raised 2 children, but the grief from losing his partner weighed heavily on him. Bernard Fox passed away on December 14, 2016, at the age of 89, due to heart failure. His legacy is characterized by his unique ability to blend comedy with heartfelt performances, leaving an indelible mark on television history. Joan Shawlee was born on March 5, 1926, in Forest Hills, New York. She portrayed Pickles Sorrell, the quirky and endearing wife of Buddy Sorrell, in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1963 to 1966. Growing up, Shawlee faced a significant transition when her family moved to Vancouver, British Columbia, when she was just 5 years old. She trained in ballet under the guidance of Ernest Belcher, which set the stage for her career in entertainment. A significant highlight came in 1959 when she played Sweet Sue in Some Like It Hot, a role that allowed her comedic talent to shine. Her personal life was marked by 2 marriages, the first to Walter Shawlee and the second to Eddie Barchett, with whom she had 2 children. Unfortunately, she encountered health issues later in life, along with the heartbreak of her second marriage's dissolution. Joan Shawlee passed away on March 22, 1987, at the age of 61, due to cancer. Her vibrant legacy in film and television, especially in comedy, continues to resonate. Peter Hobbs was born on January 18, 1918, in Étretat, France. He played Bill Sampson in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1964 to 1966. Raised in New York City, Hobbs had an educational background that included Soulbury School, followed by Bard College. His acting career peaked with his role as Dr. Dean in Woody Allen's Sleeper, which highlighted his versatility. Over his lifetime, he married 4 times, with his last marriage to Carolyn Adams enduring until his death. Hobbs was the father of 3 daughters and had 2 stepsons. He faced significant challenges, particularly during World War II, where he served in the Battle of the Bulge, an experience that haunted him. The failures of his first 3 marriages also took an emotional toll. Peter Hobbs passed away on January 2, 2011, at the age of 92, due to a brief illness. His substantial contributions to television and film, often embodying authoritative roles, left a lasting mark on the industry. Lennie Weinrib was born on April 29, 1935, in the Bronx, New York. He portrayed Danny Brewster in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 1966. His early career was shaped by his collaborations with Spike Jones and performances in the Billy Barnes Revue, leading him to become a prominent figure in voice acting. His most notable achievement was voicing Scrappy-Doo in the Scooby-Doo franchise. In 1983, he married Sonia Iris de Gac, and together they had 3 children, Linda, Heidi, and Grace. However, Weinrib faced personal struggles that affected his career, including a departure from the Scooby-Doo series. His health problems later in life also cast a shadow over his legacy. Lennie Weinrib passed away on June 28, 2006, at the age of 71, due to a stroke. Despite these challenges, his contributions to both live-action and animated series continue to be remembered fondly. Doris Singleton was born on September 28, 1919, in New York City. She portrayed Doris Darwell in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Early in her life, Singleton trained as a ballerina and performed with the American Ballet Theatre, which laid the groundwork for her artistic career. In the late 1930s, she transitioned into show business as a vocalist, gaining recognition for her talent. Her most notable career highlight came from her recurring role as Carolyn Appleby on the beloved sitcom I Love Lucy. Singleton married Charles Isaacs in 1941, but they had no children. Tragedy struck her life with the loss of her husband in 2002, followed by her own battle with cancer. Doris Singleton passed away on June 26, 2012, at the age of 92, due to complications from cancer. She is remembered for her extensive contributions to television and her enduring association with Lucille Ball. Ken Lynch was born on July 15, 1910, in Albany, New York. He played George Mathias in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Lynch's early career began in radio dramas, where his distinctive voice helped him gain recognition. He later attended the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, where he honed his acting skills. His career highlight came with his role as Sergeant Grover on the hit series McCloud. In 1931, he married Catherine Patricia Griffin, and together they had 4 children. However, his life was marked by significant challenges, including the heartbreaking loss of his wife in 1985 and a difficult battle with a viral infection. Ken Lynch passed away on February 13, 1990, at the age of 79, due to complications from a virus. His legacy is enriched by his extensive work across radio, film, and television, often portraying law enforcement characters that showcased his commanding presence. Herb Vigran was born on June 5, 1910, in Cincinnati, Ohio. He portrayed Alfred Reinbeck in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1962 to 1966. Vigran's early life took a significant turn when he moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where he earned a law degree from Indiana University. Ultimately, he decided to pursue a career in acting, performing in hundreds of radio shows that helped him establish his reputation. One of his career highlights was his recurring role as Judge Brooker on the iconic series Gunsmoke, which showcased his versatility. He married Belle Pasternak in 1952, and the couple had 2 sons. Vigran faced his share of hardships, including the challenge of finding steady work in Hollywood and a prolonged battle with cancer. Herb Vigran passed away on November 29, 1986, at the age of 76, due to cancer. His legacy endures through his extensive body of work in film and television, where he often portrayed relatable, middle-aged characters that resonated with audiences. Marty Ingels was born on March 9, 1936, in Brooklyn, New York. He portrayed Sol Pomeroy, an army buddy of Rob Petrie, in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 1966. Growing up, Ingels faced a tumultuous childhood, often bullied, which inspired him to cultivate a sharp wit and sense of humor. After serving in the Army, he made his way to California to pursue a career in acting. His standout role came in the sitcom I'm Dickens, He's Fenster, where his comedic skills shone. Ingels married twice, first to Jean Marie Frassinelli and later to actress Shirley Jones, becoming a stepfather to her sons Sean, Ryan, and Patrick Cassidy. His life was marred by struggles with depression and health challenges in his later years. Marty Ingels passed away on October 21, 2015, at the age of 79, due to a stroke. His comedic legacy endures, celebrated for his contributions to television and voice acting. Don Rickles was born on May 8, 1926, in Queens, New York. He made a memorable appearance as Lyle Delp, a guest character in the Dick Van Dyke Show in 1964. Rickles' early life was marked by service in the U.S. Navy during World War II, a turning point that shaped his perspective. He attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, initially dreaming of dramatic roles before he discovered his true calling in insult comedy. His most notable career highlight was voicing Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story franchise, a role that endeared him to a new generation. He married Barbara Sklar in 1965, and they had 2 children, Mindy and Larry. Tragically, Rickles faced the loss of his son Larry in 2011 and battled renal disease later in life. Don Rickles passed away on April 6, 2017, at the age of 90, due to renal failure. His legacy as a trailblazer in insult comedy continues to inspire comedians to this day. Tom Tully was born on August 21, 1908, in Durango, Colorado. He portrayed Sam Petrie, Rob Petrie's father, in the Dick Van Dyke Show from 1964 to 1966. Tully's early years included service in the U.S. Navy, which shaped his strong character, and a stint as a reporter before he found his true calling in acting. His career highlight came with an Academy Award nomination for The Caine Mutiny, 1954, showcasing his talent on a grand scale. Over the years, he married 3 times, with his final marriage to Ida Johnson lasting until his passing. Tully had 1 child. He faced significant hardships, including a serious health scare when he contracted a filarial worm while entertaining troops in Vietnam, which resulted in the amputation of his leg, and he later battled cancer. Tom Tully passed away on April 27, 1982, at the age of 73, due to cancer. His diverse legacy is marked by versatile roles that captured audiences' hearts and his commitment to entertaining troops. J. Pat O'Malley was born on March 15, 1904, in Burnley, Lancashire, England. He played Sam Petrie, Rob Petrie's father, in the Dick Van Dyke Show in 1962. O'Malley's early life involved performing with Jack Hilton's orchestra, a foundation that led him to the United States to pursue acting. His extensive career in television included memorable roles in iconic shows like The Twilight Zone and My Favorite Martian. In 1936, he married Faye M. O'Malley, and they had 2 children together. Despite his success, O'Malley faced challenges in transitioning from music to acting and later struggled with a heart condition that affected his health. J. Pat O'Malley passed away on February 27, 1985, at the age of 80, due to complications from a heart condition. His legacy is defined by significant contributions to both live-action and animated films, leaving a profound impact on audiences across generations. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in the Dick Van Dyke Show, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.